In today's intermediate Pilates class, we're going to do a class that is inspired by spirals or circles. So you're going to be seeing that movement or those movements quite a lot in this class. What it really means is you're going to be working your obliques. You're going to need a pair of light weights for this class, and I'm really looking forward to teaching it. So come and join me on the mat. All right, let's start with a spinal rotation. So just coming down onto our side, reaching the top arm out. I'm going to sweep it up in a big rainbow, opening up through the chest, letting the top hip relax back and just enjoying this spiral movement of the spine and then coming back. It's almost like your spine is being wrung out, which just kind of feels so nice. Opening up and coming back. And we're going to do this one more time. Opening up, enjoying that nice open feeling of the chest to the sky, and then coming back. We're coming up right away onto our forearm. I'm staying nice and controlled underneath my armpit, and I'm going to lift my leg up. We're going into big leg circles here. So I'm going to bring my leg forward, up and around to the back, and again, forward and up and back. And now I'm going to do about 5 of these big circles. That's 3. Hinging at the hip joint. Last one, but now I'm going to keep going in the same direction, but I'm going to start making the movements a little smaller and making those circles a little smaller and a little smaller and a little smaller. Keep going. Small, small. So now I'm making these tiny little circles for 4, 3, 2, and then I'm reversing it. Reverse those tiny circles and start to make those circles bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we've got our big 5 in the opposite direction here. 4, keep pushing that floor away for 3, 2, already feeling that work. 1, I'm going to keep the leg straight and lifted, arm up. Thread the needle, rotate, and open. Thread the needle, rotate, and open. One more time, and open. Bringing my top leg down behind the bottom leg. I'm still lifting up here. We're going to go into like a little U shape here with the inner thigh. So I'm going down and up, out to the side, down and in. I'm kind of hitting the edge of my mat as I open to the outside of that U. Nice and easy. Getting that inner thigh to lift, inner thigh to lift. 2 and 1, and then I've got, of course, circles. 1, 2. We're going to see a lot of circles in this class. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing the direction of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keeping the leg lifted, arm up. I'm going to press into my back leg as I lift the hip and come down. Lift the hip and come down. Bringing the arm overhead. As I lift the hip, I'm going to sweep the arm down and bring it back up. Exhale up and down. One more time here, pressing in and down, both legs nice and long. I'm going to go into a little side teaser here. I'm going to stay on my forearm, arm is up overhead. Scooping through the tummy muscles, I'm going to lift my legs, rotate onto my bum, lifting my legs into teaser, and then controlling through the obliques as I roll myself back to my side. Do it again. Exhale, scooping the abdominals, rotating over that shoulder joint, bum coming down onto the mat, controlling through the obliques. Good, do it again. Scoop, find the bum, lift the legs, and I am staying on my forearm, but I am rotating through my shoulder joint and down. I got one left here. Exhale, scoop. Lift those legs down, and rest. Flip yourself over. We do all of this on the other side, starting from our spinal rotation. So, which is going to feel really nice on that arm that you just worked, opening up the chest because it now gets a chance to open and stretch, and then come on back. We have 2 more here, opening up through the chest, enjoying that feeling, and back. 1 more time here, and back. Up, onto the forearm, bottom leg is bent, top leg is lifted. Here's my circles, big circles for 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to make those circles a little smaller and a little smaller. Pushing the floor away, staying lifted under the armpit. And small circle for 4, 3, 2. And then we're going to make those small circles in the reverse direction. Slowly making them larger, 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 till we're at our max capacity. And we've got 4 big ones here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to keep the leg nice and long. Arm up, thread the needle 3 times. Finding that upper body rotation, head, collarbone, rib cage. 1 more time. And up. Good. Top leg is going to come behind the bottom leg. From here, I'm going to lift and then do my little U and back. So down and up with that inner thigh and back. Up and back. So fun little fact about this class. I created this class about a day before I found out I was pregnant with my 2nd child. We're going to go to circles here. And the morning sickness was so bad I couldn't film it. 2 and 1, and then reversing the direction. So this class, I've been waiting to film. She's 10 months now. I've been waiting to film almost 20 months to do this class. 2 and 1. Hold here. We are going to lift into that bottom leg, or sorry, that top leg pressing into the floor, and then down. Coming into that little side plank and down. Now the hand goes up over the head. As we come up, we sweep the hand down. As we lower, we sweep the arm up. We're doing 2 more like that. And down, 1 more time. And down. Legs nice and long. Here's my side teaser. So I'm scooping through the abdominals as I rotate onto my bum, lifting the legs up, and then controlling through the abs as I come back. I'm staying on my forearm, rotating around the shoulder joint. Exhale, scoop, lift, and back. I got 2 more. Up and back. 1 more time here. Up, whew, and back. Come on, down. Excellent. We're now coming onto our back for some abdominal work, oblique work. Let's sit nice and tall, scoop through the abdominals, and control as you roll yourself down through the spine. Feet not too far from the bum. Take a breath in. On the exhale, you're going to deepen the abdominal connection, bringing your legs into tabletop and hands behind the head. A nice oblique curl here toward the camera, and then down, and then away, and down. So nothing fancy, just a nice oblique twist, rotating through that spine. And we're doing this for 4, 4, and 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 more time, each direction. Now, from here, extend those legs up to the sky. Rotate again and down. Rotate again and down. Exhale up. Exhale. And we've got this for 3 and 3 and 2 and 2. One more time and rotate. Excellent. Bend the legs. Hands by your side, bring the legs down. Go ahead and grab your light weights. We're going to bring those legs back up into a nice long leg. You can keep them in tabletop if you'd like, but let's try to get them into that long leg for that challenge, and the arms come up as well. Head stays down, legs stay exactly where they are, and we begin to circle the arms. As I slowly circle those arms, I'm going to start to open them wide. Good, so keeping them in one direction, opening those arms nice and wide, feeling that abdominal work here. 2 and 1, then reverse the direction of that. So I'm reversing my circles, and I'm slowly beginning to spiral the arms back up to the sky, shoulders nice and heavy. 2 and 1, pause, reverse the direction again, circle. Deepening those abdominals, circling the arms while you open them wide. 3, 2 and 1, reversing the direction of that. Circling those arms to bring them back up. 3, 2, 1, pause. You're going to bend your left leg down to the floor and slide it long. Keep the arms where they are, circle the leg. Crossing the midline, opening up. 2, deepening those abs. Now you can bring your arms down by your side if you'd like. You got 2 left here in this direction. 1. And then we'll reverse it. Exhaling as the leg goes down, inhaling it up. Trying to keep that opposite hip down on the floor. Last one here. I'm going to bend the leg, slide it down. The other leg comes up to extension, and here's my circle. Circling it 1. And 2. Now again, you can always lower the arms if you need to. And we've got 2 more here. And 1. And then we reverse it. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to bring my leg through into center, bending it through tabletop and extending the legs out long, controlling the arms to the floor. Okay, deepening the abdominals, I'm going to bring both legs up into tabletop and long, turning them out, heels together, toes apart. I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left leg, and then I'm going to do a big switch. But you can see I've brought my legs together. I'm actually going to take them apart here. And I'm going to switch, keep them apart. Switch, keep them apart. Switch and switch. So I'm doing this little spiral movement, deepening those low abs. If you want the challenge, you can bring the arms up as well. Legs just about a foot apart for 4. Getting those inner thighs active. And 2. And 1. I'm going to bring the legs, heels together, toes apart. Bend the legs back down. Lower them 1 foot at a time. And lower the arms. I don't need the weights again, so for the moment, so I'm going to just put them aside. Moving into some hip lifts. Engaging the glutes, I'm going to lift up in one big piece. So this is going to give me an opportunity to stretch the front of my leg, pressing down into the heels, and lower down. Exhale, pressing up, and lowering down. Exhale, up, and down. Let's do 2 more like this, just giving the glutes a bit of a wake up, letting those hip flexors stretch, because we've got a little bit more work with those hip flexors to look forward to. We're going to stay up at the top on this, And we're gonna do like a little figure 8 with the bum. So I'm gonna let one hip lower. I'm gonna let the other hip lower, squeeze that first hip to lift, and then lift the opposite hip. So my left hip lowers, my right hip. My left hip lifts, my right hip lifts. Left hip, right hip, left hip up, right hip up. Let's do a couple more in this direction. So just getting a little bit of movement, obliques gently firing to support the pelvis, even though we're allowing the pelvis to go up and down. One more time in this direction, left, and right. Pause, reverse it. The right hip releases, the left hip releases. The right hip engages, the left hip engages. Down and down and up and up. Feeling the core control. And it's kind of nice to let your pelvis move like this. Couple more here. Right, left, right up, left up. Last one, right down, right up, left up. Pause. Anchor into your left glute, left hip. Bring your right leg up through tabletop to extension. 4 circles in each direction. 1, 2, 3, and 4, reversing it. And my circles are significantly smaller than my first set of leg circles. Last one, pause. We're gonna do that little U again. I'm gonna lower down, lift up to the side, lower down, lift up through center. Lower down, lift up to the side, lower down, up through center. So my oblique on my opposite side is working very hard, especially as I open that leg to the side. And center one last time here. And center, bend the leg, come on down. Keep the abdominals active, bring that other leg up through tabletop. 4 circles here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Reversing those circles for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that little U going down, opening to the side. Going down, opening up. Down to the side. Down and up. Down to the side. Down and up. One more time. Whew. Bending the leg. Hinging at the hips. And coming down. Deepening the abdominals, we bring the legs into tabletop, and I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs together. Letting the legs fall to one side, I'm going to deepen the oblique. Exhale, bring that pelvis right back onto the mat. Other side, let the hip lift as the knees sway. Deepen the oblique as you bring it back to center. Other side, over. Exhale. And over. Exhale. We're going to add on. We are coming over to the side. Pause. Extend the legs. Bend the legs, deepen and back. Do that on the other side. Over, extend, bend, and back. Now, that was your transition. Over, extend. Keep the legs extended as you deepen the abs to bring the legs over. Keep the legs long as they go to the other side. Deepen the abdominals to bring them back. One more time each side. Exhale. Last one this direction. Exhale. Now we're going to go back towards the camera. Pause. Top leg opens in a V, and I'm going to sway to the other side to close the leg. It's like I'm creating a windshield wiper movement. Opening the legs, allowing for the hip to lift, deepening the abs. My range of movement is much smaller here. I'm protecting my back by keeping the movement small. One more time. I'm going to come back to center, lower the legs, and down. I'm still keeping the legs together. I'm going to let them fall to one side all the way. Hands coming behind the head. And I'm going to do some oblique curls here for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay on up there, little pulses here. Pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Hands by your side, take a breath in. Exhale, deepen the obliques to bring your legs over. Let the legs fall, hands behind the head. Curl it up for 8. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We are staying up there. Here's the pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lowering down, deepening the obliques to come up. All right. We're going to go into some roll-ups, but we're going to favor one side over the other. So I'm going to favor my left side as I roll up, which means I'm just going to be a little heavier on that side as I come up. So I'm going to aim my hands a little bit more to the left, deepening those left obliques, and I'm actually going to reach just over my left foot here, scooping through the tummy muscles, staying heavy on that left side as I roll down. So even though, yes, my right glute is connected, my right side of my oblique is connected, it is the left side I feel heavy on. We do this the other way now. So the arms are shifting more to the right. I'm going to deepen that right oblique a little bit more as I roll up, reaching over the right side of the leg. Then scooping the tummy muscles, staying a little heavier on that right oblique as I come up and over to the left again. Curling up, favoring that left side, reaching over that left foot, deepening those abdominals, favoring the left side. As I come down one more time like this, curling up, favor the right. Exhale as you curl, especially through that low back. Nice deep exhale here and down. We're going to go into an exercise called Around the World. So let's come up through center with a roll up. And I'm going to stack myself nice and tall. I'm going to start by rotating toward you. So I begin by sweeping the arm down, scooping through that left oblique, rolling down in the rotation with that left oblique. The left arm coming up overhead, sweeping up through the right side. As I come up, coming down through center, and then stacking myself tall to the other side. I start by rotating. Then I'm going to favor that right oblique as I slowly roll myself down with control, bringing the right hand up overhead and around, favoring the left oblique as I scoop myself up, come over the legs through center, and stack myself tall. I'm going to do 2 more, but I'm going to push myself forward a little bit. I'm reaching the end of my mat. So rotating toward the camera, then scooping, favoring the oblique. Control, control, control. Whew. Rotating around to the top of the head, scooping that right oblique. Coming up, stacking tall. Last one here. Finding that nice rotation through the spine, finding that scoop through the abdominals. As I come down, sweeping around, scooping up through center and stacking tall. I'm going to keep my legs long and go to a little bow and arrow with my half roll back. So I'm going to scoop through the tummy muscles, roll off the sit bones, and I'm going to bow and arrow, and arrow, and arrow, and arrow, just to get a little bit more of that oblique work because we haven't done enough of it today. Rotate and rotate. One more time each side. Back to center, open collarbone, deepen the abs, and up. Last little bit of exercise here before we go on to our bellies, and we're going into a little teaser prep with rotation. So taking a nice breath in, find that scoop, bring the legs into tabletop, and we're going to do the infinity symbol here. So you can imagine that you're kayaking or you're making that infinity symbol as the arms sweep down and up, down and up. Try to keep the legs as quiet as possible for 3, 2, 1. Back to center, lower the legs down, roll up through the spine to sit tall on those sit bones. All right, we're gonna come down onto our bellies now. If you are enjoying today's class and you would like to do the class in its entirety, because yes, there is more to this class, you will find it on my on-demand site, Rebalance Pilates at Home. The link is in the description box. On Rebalance Pilates at Home, not only will you find this class in its entirety, but you will find over 160 Pilates mat classes of varying lengths, levels, and intensities. And if you use the code Pilates15 at checkout, you'll get 15% off your first payment, and you will also get a 7-day free trial when you subscribe. So that's 7 days on me for you to enjoy Pilates classes. So I hope that I will continue to see you on the mat, and please like and subscribe as I will be uploading these little mini workouts pretty frequently, and I hope that you will continue to join me in your Pilates journey. Thank you so much.